Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, the work week is almost in the books. It is Friday, Friday the 13th. Ooh. I don't believe in any of that nonsense. Happy Friday. It is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your day with us here on the NCW Live channel. I hope you ended your day with us here on the NCW Live channel. It makes it so much easier when you get up every weekday morning and you turn on your TV, and here we are. Local TV. Fridays is a 5-star show. You know that. We promise you a 5-star show on Fridays, or double your television viewing pleasure back. And David Rayfield will be joining me. David's one of the great marketing guys at the Wenatchee Wild. Wenatchee Wild's got a really good front office. When we think about the Wenatchee Wild, we think about the players and the coaches. But the front office does yeoman's work. And they got a big night tonight here at the Town Toyota Center. The annual Teddy Bear Toss is tonight with the Salmon Arm Silverbacks in town. David Rayfield will talk all things wild coming up in the back half of the show. We have a lot of news to get to. We have a lot of sports to get to. That's usually the case on Friday. We give you the sports schedule for the entire weekend so you can plan on what you're going to go out and watch the local high school kids parlay their craft. We'll talk about that. We have everything that you're used to. We got an opinion from Mike McNaughty. We got some celebrity birthdays coming your way. We got Today in History. We got the Obscura Holiday. Talk a little bit more about the Campbell's Locals Discount at Campbell's Resort, and also the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. It's a big weekend for those folks. They have collection events at Hooked On Toys this afternoon and tomorrow. We'll talk about that as we work our way through a Friday. A couple of minutes after the hour, let's take you around the valley with our Valley View cameras. Once again, the cross camera out of action. Well, it works. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that there's nothing to see except a big cloud of gray. So we're going downtown. We're going to the lower elevation cameras as we look at the roof of the Cascadian pointing north along Wenatchee Avenue on this Friday. A lot of people are going to be doing their Christmas shopping. I have a feeling this weekend I am among them. So watch out downtown Wenatchee. I'm coming your way to get some presents for loved ones and family members. Good morning, Wenatchee, downtown, specifically looking to the north. Camera 2, Megan says, now lately we've been using the same camera. No, she says, let's go see our friends up at Rondo Rock. And that's zoomed way back. You see that light little colored thing right in the middle of your screen? That is the light pollution from the Wenatchee Valley proper. It gives you an idea of some of the low clouds and fog. We even have some freezing fog, I understand, in some locations in north central Washington, but that's what you see, that little white streak right in the middle of your screen. That's the lights of the Wenatchee Valley as we look down towards Wenatchee from the Rondo Rock camera, with US 2 and US 97 to your left and 97A to your right. Camera 3, again, Megan's choice, is going to be, she's going to make me work on this one. I'm going to look, I'm going to study, I'm going to say Rude Canyon. Hey, I got it right. It gets the challenge when it gets to this time of the year. Of course, it's still dark. The sun doesn't come up until 7:40 this morning, is that you really have to put on your thinking cap and I think back, okay, now, if it was light, what would this be? I was able to pull that off. Hi, Rude Canyon. Is that a full moon I see up there? I believe it is. Good morning to our friends at Rude Canyon. Yeah, sunrise this morning at 7:40, sunset 4:10. That's 8 hours and 30 minutes of daylight. The winter solstice is just 8 days away. Camera number 4. A slow dissolve to, I'm assuming, because I'm seeing a bunch of clouds, that's Billy Goat. Hey, I went 4 for 4. My Friday is already off to a good start. So that gives you an idea of the low clouds and the fog in the Okanagan area. Okanagan County. Pateros is down there. Bridgeport down there. Can't see it. Brewster's down there. Can't see it. Twisp is down there. Can't see it. Oh, my. Winthrop's down there. Can't see it. Mazama's down there. Can't see it. Good morning to our friends to the north. And don't look for a great deal of sunshine today, by the way, as we transition at 5 minutes after the hour from Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. They'll give you home a hug from the National Weather Service. What's the forecast look like? Looks something like that. Now, yesterday we were supposed to be up about 36, 37 degrees. We didn't get there. In fact, we only got to 32. That was our high yesterday, which, by the way, is our normal high. We've had temperatures actually above normal. Really not a lot to talk about. No significant storm systems out there, no major weather event, except for the mountain passes. We'll get to that in just a couple of minutes. But for the valley proper, a light rain possible. Occasional raindrop here or there. We'll top off, they say, at 39. We're at 28 degrees outside of our studios. Yesterday at this time we were 25, so we might actually warm up to the forecast high. Snow level 2,800 feet, so we're not really expecting anything at all, and just some sunshine once the fog burns off. So you have to pack a little patience, but we'll have some sunshine by mid-morning or so. Tonight, slight chance of some light rain, 20% chance of precipitation. Snow level is going to go down to 900 feet, but again, there's just nothing out there to come down out of the sky. So we'll drop down to about 26. Not a bad Saturday, partly sunny, high near 36. Sunshine Sunday, and a high near 33. No rain, no snow in the forecast on Monday, nor Tuesday, nor Wednesday. We should be dry until maybe Wednesday night into Thursday. We have about a 30% chance of precipitation. It's just real quiet right now, at least for our neck of the woods. There's not a lot of weather to talk about. It's just kind of out there. Are we going to have a white Christmas? Don't know. I don't know. We're not willing to place our bets on that yet. Hope so. I'd love to have a white Christmas. I think everybody does, but it's just too far out. We don't know. To the mountain passes we go, and things are improving. They're getting better. I-90 right now has a traction tire advisory. It was required not long ago, so the plows are getting ahead of the game. It is snowing on I-90. Traction tires are advised, snow and slush on the roadway. Live shot of Stevens Pass, where a traction tire is required. That's both directions. It's snowing, as you might imagine. Now, Stevens Pass has actually gotten better as well. About an hour and a half ago, it was a chain requirement on Stevens Pass, so we're okay. Traction tires required on Stevens. Traction tires advised on Blewett. Let's take a live shot of US 97. There you go. Traction tires are advised. Light snow coming down. The roadway is bare and wet. You'll find some snow, some slush, and some ice in places. The winter storm warning for the mountain passes is due to expire at 10 o'clock this morning, and it probably will. They're going to get another couple of inches of snow, maybe 3 inches of snow in the mountain passes today. Less than an inch expected tonight, and then they dry out. So if you're traveling over the mountain passes this weekend, it looks fine on Saturday. It looks fine on Saturday night. It looks fine on Sunday. So this system is already starting to kind of peter out. It's dropping a little bit more snow on the major mountain passes. It should be done with it by the time we get to about noon today. So if you do have travel plans, if you put it off for a couple of hours, it's probably not a bad idea. Again, traction tires are advised on I-90. Traction tires are required on US 2 Stevens Pass, and they are advised on Blewett Pass. So Blewett, I-90 advised, Stevens required. A little bit of snow today. It'll be done by about noon, and then you're pretty much good to go. That's your weather forecast. That's your patch report. It's 8 minutes after the hour. We got some news to get to. We're going to do that in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and we're broadcasting live here from Studio 8 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life Channel.
Winter is here, and CVCH wants to give your child a free sled to help them stay active. This January, plan to join us for a free event for the whole family. Free sleds, hot chocolate, and fun. For complete details, visit the CVCH Facebook page or check us out at cvchchillout.com.
Hi, my name is Jim Heinlein, owner and agent at Springwater Insurance Group, formerly known as Senior Insurance Services. There's so much new this year. In fact, we brought in a new consultant, Harley, to help us with all our Medicare changes. So if you have questions about how Plan F's going away or what drug plan should I use this year, give us a call at Springwater Insurance Group, and Harley and I will solve those problems for you. 888-2600.
Back at 9 minutes after the hour on this Friday the 13th. We have a little fog, some freezing fog in pockets. We're at 28 degrees. We'll see some sunshine for the most part today. Highs in the mid-30s, and we're looking for a sunny, mostly sunny and probably dry weekend. Here's what's making headlines on this Friday. Jurors start deliberation this morning in the trial of the man accused of firing gunshots to intimidate a crew of railroad workers. James Carl Brown admitted firing an assault rifle into the ground when 4 Burlington Northern Santa Fe workers in a boom truck crossed private land in October of 2018. But he says he did so in self-defense and the defense of property. The workers said Brown's actions trapped them on the Chumstuck Valley site because he would not allow them to pull through the property to get out. On the third day of his trial yesterday, he took the stand in his own defense.
And so what was the problem with the railroad workers driving right back out the way they came in?
At that point, with the multiple trespasses that had already occurred that evening, I was not at all going to permit them to continue trespassing on the property.
Even though they wanted to leave?
They could leave backing up, sir, as they were directed to do so.
Now, Brown does not own the land that he lives, and Chelan County Sheriff's deputies say he refused to surrender when they first contacted him by phone. The 4 Burlington Northern Santa Fe workers testified Brown's actions made them fear for their lives. Well, a Wenatchee man already serving time for sex crimes may be barred from returning to his medical job once he's freed from prison. 40-year-old Brian Lynn Wood worked as an x-ray technician until his arrest in August of 2018. Wood pleaded guilty to sexual exploitation charges for soliciting explicit photographs from teenage girls. He's now serving 5 years. On Wednesday, the State Department of Health announced its own charges of unprofessional conduct against Wood. That's the first step to suspend or revoke his license to practice. Well, a Wenatchee woman accused of stalking a Christian rock band is now forbidden to contact them for 5 years. A Chelan County judge ruled Wednesday the group Skillet needs protection from a woman who sent them intimidating letters and tried to sneak into their concerts. All 4 members of the band petitioned for the restraining order. The woman has not been charged with the crime, says she lives with mental illness. She filed a letter in Chelan County District Court apologizing for her behavior. Well, it's official. The city of Moses Lake is going to hire Wenatchee's Allison Williams as its new city manager. Kevin Fuhr, Moses Lake's police chief and interim city manager, said the city council reviewed a background check on Williams in executive session on Tuesday evening, then made the hiring official. Williams is the city of Wenatchee's executive services director. She's been working for the city of Wenatchee in various leadership roles for the last 21 years. The Moses Lake City Council announced in November it had chosen Williams over 2 finalists for the city manager job, pending the background check. Fuhr said Williams will be paid a base salary of $160,000 in her new job. John Williams, no relation, is the former city manager. He resigned in July amid several claims of harassment and discrimination from former and current city employees. A celebration of Williams' service to the city of Wenatchee will be held on December 23rd at City Hall from 3 to 5 p.m. Well, a bill that offers labor solutions to agricultural producers and legal residency for some undocumented workers approved in the U.S. House Wednesday with support from both Democrats and Republicans. The Farm Workforce Modernization Act was passed by a vote of 260 to 165. The bill would revamp the H-2A guest worker program, establish a mandatory E-Verify system, and allow undocumented agricultural workers to earn a renewable 5.5-year certified agricultural worker status. Now, supporters say the bipartisan support of the bill means it has a good chance of approval in the Senate. Critics were quick to call it an amnesty program for people who are here illegally. The bill was co-sponsored by Representative Dan Newhouse from our 4th Congressional District. He's a Republican. 8th District Representative Kim Schreier, a Democrat, joined Newhouse in voting for the bill. Schreier said a stable agriculture labor force is vital to the economy of this district.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank my colleagues, Representative Lofgren and Representative Newhouse, for their very hard work on this bipartisan bill. The critical needs of our farmers and farm workers have gone too long without being addressed by Congress. As the sole member in the entire Northwest on the House Agriculture Committee, I am proud to represent the apple capital of the world, Wenatchee, as well as farmers and growers on both sides of the Cascades, and I can tell you they are hurting. What I hear from the farmers and orchardists across my state is that a stable workforce is critical to their ability to put food on our tables. As the domestic workforce is dwindling, more and more growers have been forced to turn to the burdensome and bureaucratic H-2A program for the workers they need to grow and harvest their crops. Farm workers are critical. If the cherries ripen and there's no one to pick them, our farms and our farmers will fail. Crops don't wait, and millions of dollars in futures are at stake. This important bill will provide a stable workforce for our farmers and a path to legal status for farm workers and their families. This is the kind of winning bipartisan legislation that's exactly what our country needs. I encourage my colleagues to vote yes.
In other news this morning, Douglas County has enjoyed a boom in revenue this year thanks to a thriving economy. Commissioner Kyle Steinberg sat down with our very own Steve Hare to talk about that. He says, yeah, okay, we have more money. We're going to spend a little bit more money, but Douglas County is also trying to put themselves in a position that should the economy take a downturn, they'll be prepared.
As we go into the new year, 2020, how's the county shaping up revenue-wise?
Revenue-wise, we just came off of 2019. Again, we had record revenues, which I'm really proud of. We also increased our spending. We weren't just saving money by not investing anything back in the community. I don't think that that's necessarily prudent either. I think you should, spend some of the money that you're making, some of the tax revenues on things that need to be fixed. Some of our roads, some of projects that have been pushed off and delayed because they didn't have the money. When now that the county is doing better, our revenues are better. We're spending some of that money, replacing outdated equipment that we've held on to for too long, fixing roads, like I mentioned, repaving projects, et cetera. But we're still carrying over a surplus in our budget. We're still very conservative. We're not spending everything that we bring in. So if we do get into leaner times, we don't have to be like a lot of these other counties you see, or other agencies, for instance, Wenatchee Valley College, and everybody just probably read that, they're laying off 20-some people because of the budget crisis, because they had no carryover in their budget. So we're trying to prepare for any, economic downturn or slowdown. We hope that doesn't impact Douglas County, but I think it's prudent and responsible that we at least consider it as a possibility. So we're doing well, though.
And of course, it is Friday. We do this every Friday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We fill you in on some of the events going on in North Central Washington over the weekend with our very own Megan McPherson.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Join the Leavenworth Village Voices for their annual Christmas in the Mountains concert happening this Friday and Sunday at the Leavenworth Church of the Nazarene. Leavenworth's own community choir, now in its 37th year, will perform holiday favorites that warm your heart with Christmas memories past. As part of tradition, the audience will be invited to join in singing the Hallelujah chorus from Handel's Messiah to close the show. Tickets can be purchased through the Leavenworth Chamber of Commerce or at the door. Join the Wenatchee Valley Museum's Maker Space this Friday at 6 p.m. for a family workshop. Families will make a tabletop Christmas tree out of LED lights complete with origami presents to complete the decorative scene. All materials will be provided. Bring your festive spirits and listen to holiday music as you work together. Register online. The Cascade Elementary Holiday Bazaar is this Saturday from 9 to 2, located at 2330 North Baker Avenue in East Wenatchee. Support local vendors while you shop for holiday gifts. Join the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society at their annual holiday brunch this Saturday at the Bepo Grand Ballroom. Celebrate the holidays, enjoy a great meal, raffle beautiful handmade wreaths and holiday decor, and raise funds to support the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society Medical Fund. This event features a delightful brunch, fun entertainment, and a no-host mimosa and Bloody Mary bar. And of course, they will hold their famous wreath raffle, featuring wreaths and other great holiday decor. This event will also provide you with the opportunity to give hope to animals in our community who don't have a place to call home. Doors open at 10:30 a.m. Get your tickets online at WenatcheeHumane.org. And finally, join the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center for their holiday tea at the beautifully restored historic Wells House and enjoy Christmas with the Clarks this Saturday at 12:30. The house will be decorated festively for the holidays, and period-specific attire is encouraged. Bring your friends and take your afternoon tea sponsored by Cha Fine Teas and a light luncheon sponsored by the Hilton Garden Inn while listening to Jeff Sandberg play soft saxophone holiday favorites. There will be prizes to be won and a live auction of decorated holiday wreaths. Go online to register. For more information on this weekend's events and others, visit the community calendar at ncwlife.com.
Yeah, lots going on as the holiday season is now in full swing. Of course, wherever you go this weekend, you can take us along. We're portable. We stream 24/7, 365. That's what's making headlines. 20 minutes after the hour, the news crew will be back at it again today, putting together a newscast for you, because we want to keep you in the loop. And you can watch it at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. And with the preview, here's Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, the rain and snow has ended. So does that mean no white Christmas? I'll have your complete North Central Washington weather forecast, and Eric Granstrom will be in with a look at all of the day's sports. That and much more coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. Hope you'll join us then. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. We appreciate it. Don't forget, we'd love to hear from you, our viewers. We try to give you as many different tools to use in the toolbox. Email's a great idea. news@ncwlife.com. news@ncwlife.com. If you go to ncwlife.com, our website, first of all, bookmark us, make us your homepage, even better. And you'll see the Contact Us icon in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Click on it, fill it out. Trust me, we get it. That's one great way for feedback. If you want to just pick up the telephone and give us a call, you can do that at the number that you see at the bottom of your screen, or you can go to our Facebook page. Like us while you're at our Facebook page and drop us a line via the Facebook Messenger. We're going to take a break. When we come back, and not only are we going to preview a full weekend of sports, but a couple of results from yesterday. We also have the Obscura holidays, some celebrity birthdays. We got Today in History, an opinion from Maya Magnotti, and my conversation with David Rayfield from the Wenatchee Wild. It is Friday the 13th. Ooh, I don't believe in that nonsense. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom with the NCW Life Channel.
And I'm Brent Rhodes with Country 104.7 KKRV.
The Les Schwab Community Toy Drive is back.
Look for a drop box at sponsor locations and donate a new toy that goes directly to a deserving child in the Wenatchee Valley this Christmas.
We're especially in need of toys and gifts for teenagers.
There are several hundred teens in our valley that could use your help.
Please give the gift of a new toy at Christmas.
It's the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Thank you.
As you can see behind me, we have a few clouds, a little foggy. It's 28 degrees, but we'll see some sunshine for the most part today. Highs will be in the 30s and quite a bit of sunshine with very little precipitation in the forecast right through the weekend into the early part of next week. Let's talk sports. Before we talk about what's coming up, let's talk about what already happened in the world of sports. Some results from last night to the Les Schwab scoreboard we go. We start out with girls basketball. Cashmere, no trouble down in Omak. 61-28, Antioch cruised to a 51-24 win over Cascade Christian. The Cleveland Cascade girls game, by the way, had to be postponed. Boys game as well. On the boys' side, Cashmere and Omak had a great battle at the Rondeau Memorial Gymnasium. The Bulldogs from the south coming out on top, 58-53. Girls bowling yesterday. Eastmont shut out Sunnyside 4-0. Eisenhower bounced back from their loss to Wenatchee with a 4-0 win over Moses Lake. Now Wenatchee and Eastmont is off to Tacoma today to Narrows Plaza. They'll take on Graham and Wilson at 3 o'clock. It's a warm-up. Tomorrow is the Tower Classic, which is a huge tournament. The Tower Classic begins at 9 a.m. on Saturday. To the wrestling match we go from last night. In a battle of two of the best teams in the state, Sunnyside edged Moses Lake 38-30. Eastmont topped West Valley 59-18, and Wenatchee surprised Davis. Good job, Wenatchee, 54-25. That's what happened. Here's what's happening. Coming up today, Moses Lake is in San Isidro. That's near San Diego. It's the El Cajon Invitational. That continues through tomorrow. Also tonight, Mount Baker will wrestle at Cascade at 6, and then at Cashmere at 7 o'clock. Things get real busy tomorrow in the wrestling match. Wenatchee travels to Kitsap. It's the Olympic Duels that begins at 9 a.m. Eastmont, Ephrata, and Quincy will be in Spokane for the West Valley Eagles Wrestle-Rama. That starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow. 12 teams will be in Cashmere for the Cashmere Invite. That gets underway at 10. Cascade is on the road for the Granger Invitational at 10 a.m. And forget about the girls wrestling. There's a couple of tournaments tomorrow. Wenatchee will be at the Judy Emery Invitational at Foss. That starts at 8 a.m. Cashmere, Eastmont, Ephrata, Moses Lake, and Quincy are at the Warden Invitational for girls wrestling. That starts at 10. Now we'll talk about basketball on the weekend. Girls side first. What's happening? Well, Wenatchee will host Hanford tonight at 5:15. 4 games have 5:45 start times. You got Ephrata at Wapato, Quincy's at Grandview, Okanagan will host Chelan, Waterville, Mansfield at Cascade, and then Manson and Bridgeport girls will tip it off at 6 o'clock. Boys basketball tonight. Wenatchee will host Hanford at 7. At 7:15, it's Ephrata at Wapato. Grandview hosts Quincy. Chelan's in Okanagan. Cascade welcomes Waterville, Mansfield. The Manson and Bridgeport boys will start at 7:30. That's today. Let's talk tomorrow. Coming up tomorrow, Sela plays at Ephrata at 3:30. That's also the tip time for Quincy and Prosser. At 5:45, Moses Lake will host Davis tomorrow. Eisenhower plays at Eastmont. Aniad entertains Soap Lake. The Chelan girls will see Granger at 6. And then right down the road, up State Route 150, just a few miles, it'll be Manson hosting Waterville-Mansfield. Boys basketball tomorrow. You got Wenatchee hosting Ferris at 2:45. Sela plays at Ephrata. And Quincy will host Prosser. They get going at 5 o'clock at 7:30. You got Davis at Moses Lake. Ike at Eastmont. Granger at Chelan. Waterville-Mansfield will be at Manson. And Soap Lake will be at Antioch. That's a lot of basketball. Can't forget about hockey. Wenatchee Wild's going to try and snap their 3-game losing streak. They got Salmon Arm tonight at the Town Toyota Center. The Silverbacks are on an 8-game losing streak of their own coming into tonight's game. The last time Salmon Arm won a game was against the Wild back on November 17th. They all dropped the puck at 7:05. It's Teddy Bear Toss tonight, of course, for Operation Santa. Bring a new stuffed animal. A teddy bear, any stuffed animal will do. And you throw it on the ice after Wenatchee scores their first goal of the game. David Rayfield from the Wenatchee Wild will talk about that with me in the back half of the show. The Wild head back on the road tomorrow, by the way, for a 6 o'clock game at West Kelowna. And the Seahawks will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, Sunday to take on the Carolina Panthers. Running back Christian McCaffrey, just a one-man wrecking crew for the Panthers. He has over 1,200 yards rushing and over 80 receptions. Seattle linebacker Bobby Wagner says he's impressed with what this guy is able to do.
You know, you can just tell by the film, you know, they're trying to get them the ball in the run game. They're trying to get them the ball in the pass game. You know, I don't know what the stat is, but I think he has 80-something catches or something crazy like that from a running back. That's like receiver numbers, you know what I mean? So it just shows the versatility that they have, or that he has, and what they want to do with him. And so you definitely got to be, you know, on your game. I think last time we played him, he had a pretty good game. And so we got to make sure that doesn't happen again.
By the way, Bobby Wagner nominated by his teammates for the Walter Payton Award for his charitable work off the field. He says it's something that would make his mom smile.
Huge honor. I was fortunate enough to watch a lot of guys before me do a lot of inspiring things, do a lot of things off the field in their communities, in this community. And so to be recognized with one of those guys is just pretty cool. This would be something that kind of means something to me because, you know, I feel like if my mom was here, that's what she would be most proud of. She'd be proud of the on-field stuff, but, you know, the lives that you're affecting off the field would be something that I feel like she would appreciate a lot more.
Seattle and Carolina, 10 a.m. kickoff on Fox. And by the way, a Seahawk victory, and they will clinch a playoff position. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Friday, the 28 minutes after the hour. It is Friday the 13th. I'm not going to do that for the obscure holiday because it's not obscure. If you own a calendar, you know it's Friday the 13th. I'm not going to go there. No, today is National Coca Day. National Coca Day. Now, we Americans, we kind of interchangeably associate coca and chocolate, specifically hot chocolate for this time of the year. Hot chocolate, hot cocoa. What's the difference? Well, there is a difference, but I'm not going to get into it. It is a wintertime staple. Nobody drinks a big steaming cup of hot chocolate with a marshmallow in it in August. They just don't do that. Of course, we all get to thank the Mayans for this. The Mayans created, or credited anyway, with creating the first chocolate beverages about 2,000 years ago. It was an essential part of the Aztec culture by the time the 1400s came around. And of course, the Europeans discovered North America. They discovered coca. They discovered hot chocolate. It spread worldwide. Very popular here in the United States. Coca itself has numerous health benefits. There's a lot of antioxidants in coca. That's good. Coca also helps with digestion. It helps with your health of your arteries. You wouldn't think that, would you? Because when we drink hot chocolate, we add stuff to it that's actually not so good. Is there anything better than, you know, going out and about on a cold day and coming home to a nice hot cup of hot chocolate? It's been years since I had one. I think I'll have some today. Happy National Coca Day today. It's the bottom of the hour. Today in history, happy birthday to the National Guard of the United States. Yeah, it was 383 years ago. The Massachusetts Bay Colony had a problem. The Pequot Indians were kind of acting up a little bit. The natives, they weren't real happy with these yahoos from, Europe moving into their territory, and they were getting a little antsy. Now, they already had militias. They had scattered militias all over the Massachusetts Bay Colony, but they weren't particularly well organized. So they said, now, if we're going to fight the Indians, or at least put them in their place, we got to organize ourselves. So we have to organize our militias. So they did, just in case things got out of hand. They wouldn't be just scattered all over the area. They would have an organized militia. And they consider this, because they organized it on this date, in 1636, the founding of the National Guard of the United States. Check this out. Under the Act, every white male who lived in the Massachusetts Bay Colony between the ages of 16 and 60 were obligated to carry a gun with them at all times, and they also had to serve in nightly guard details and weekly drills. So that's kind of the tradition, of course, of the National Guard. Happy 383rd birthday to the National Guard. And 47 years ago today, we left the moon, haven't been back since. Yep, it was Apollo 17. Harrison Schmitt and Eugene Cernan began their third and final moonwalk of Apollo 17. They drove that little dune buggy around a little bit. They took some samples of rock and dust and hung around and all that stuff. And they knew Apollo 17 was the last of the Apollo missions specifically designed to explore the moon. And Eugene Cernan, when he stepped off the moon and back into the lunar module to go back up to the orbiter, that was it. We haven't been back since. So who was the first man on the moon? Neil Armstrong. Who was the last man on the moon? Eugene Cernan. And they left the moon, and we haven't been back since. No human being, anyway, has set foot on the moon since December 13th, 1972. We're supposed to go back. I don't know the purpose of that. Anyway, and we've left a lot of junk on the moon. All that stuff that we brought up, the dune buggies and all kinds of, we've left something like 1.5 tons of garbage. It's still up there on the moon. It's just sitting there. Anyway, today in history, let's do some birthdays at the bottom of the hour. Mary Todd Lincoln, Abe Lincoln's wife, the 16th First Lady of the United States, was born in the state in 1818. She had a rough life. Of course, she had 4 sons, only one of whom lived to adulthood, Robert Todd Lincoln, the oldest of Lincoln's 4 children. The other kids, Eddie died at the age of 4 of tuberculosis. Willie died of typhoid fever in the White House while Lincoln was president. Willie was only 12 years old. And then Tad Lincoln died at the age of 18 from reasons unknown. So that in and of itself. Oh, and by the way, she saw her husband get shot to death at Ford's Theater. After Mary Lincoln's husband died, she wore only black for the rest of her life. Mary Todd Lincoln lived to the age of 63, died in 1882. A misbegotten and somewhat, you have to read up on Mary Todd Lincoln. She had it rough. She really did. Happy birthday, Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, Dick Van Dyke is 94 years old today. He has 5 Emmy Awards on his mantle. He's got a Tony, a Grammy. He was inducted to the Television Hall of Fame. Dick Van Dyke is 94 years old today. Happy birthday to the Ryan twins. Rex, there they are. There's Rex and Rob. They're both 57 years old today. Rex Ryan, of course, was the head coach of the Jets back when the Jets were actually decent. And head coach of the Bills. His brother Rob was an assistant with Rex when he was the head coach of the Bills. And now Rex works for ESPN and Rob works for Fox. The Ryan twins, football coaching, both 57 years old today. And Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, there she is. She's 30 years old today, just recently named by Billboard magazine as the artist of the decade. Life is good for Taylor Swift, and she's only 30 years old. She's got a lot of music in her. Campbell's. I don't know what's going on with Campbell's. They're doing this destination deal for locals. Obviously, I don't know if the accountant is on vacation or what's going on, but they did this in November, and it was such a huge hit. They said, well, let's keep doing it until somebody figures out that we're really just kind of giving these rooms away. If you're a local, if you live in the North Central Washington area, you can get a room at Campbell's Resort. It's the locals destination deal starting at just $95 a night. Perfect for a weekend getaway with a loved one or maybe some couples. Go up there, do some winery, do some shopping, hang around beautiful Chelan, and you can stay, provided you're local, you're from this area. You can get a room at Campbell's Resort right on the shores of Lake Chelan, starting at just $95 a night. Take advantage of this while you can before they figure out what they're doing. Of course, they've been around for 118 years. Of course, they know what they're doing. And one more item of business, shop talk before we cut you loose. That's the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. It's back. Those are the nonprofit organizations that are going to be distributing the new and unwrapped toys to all of our kids in the area. Wenatchee Valley Children's Home Society, transitional housing from our friends at the Women's Resource Center. Sage, we love Sage, we love CASA, and we love Cashmere Cares. They're the ones who distribute the toys. What we need is toys. And by the way, there is 2 collection events happening this weekend, both of them at Hooked on Toys. So go to Hooked on Toys today from 4 to 7. 4 to 7 today at Hooked on Toys, and pretty much all day on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 o'clock. The crew will be hanging around Hooked on Toys for a big collection event. All of those sponsors that you see there are all places where you can bring your new unwrapped toy. So every kid in North Central Washington area can get up Christmas morning and have new unwrapped toys under the tree. The Les Schwab Community Toy Drive cannot do it without you, and we can't do it without Les Schwab. Again, Hooked on Toys is a big collection event this afternoon from 4 to 7, and again tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 o'clock at Hooked on Toys. You can get it all done and make a kid's holiday wishes come true. We're going to take a break. We got an opinion from Mike Mignotti coming up, and then my conversation with David Rayfield talking Wild hockey. What are you doing tonight at 7 o'clock? Bring a teddy bear, have some fun. That conversation's on the way. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Nissan offers some of the most affordable and exciting all-wheel drive vehicles available. Now they're even more affordable during Town Nissan's holiday sales event. The largest rebates of the year plus amazing finance offers make Nissan your best bet this holiday season. Stop by Town Nissan behind Costco in East Wenatchee for all the details. The staff at Town Nissan would like to thank everyone for helping with our very successful food drive. Merry Christmas to all.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, you know, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
like Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, as a mental health professional, I sometimes deal with clients and the stress and angst that's caused by their finances. Now, some folks are working themselves to the bone to not really build their business, but to make their business bigger and more financially successful. Now, I always ask these people, what are you really working for? Now, being a financial success is fine. Money is a great thing. But if it becomes only a goal in itself and not the tool it's supposed to be, all some people are working for is gain, not for a life of fulfillment. You know, sometimes Rosie and I just go out for an expensive dinner or take a weekend out of town without worrying about what we're spending. And we look at each other and say, this in a meaningful way, together, this is what we're working for. Now, that's the truth. Now, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
When the time comes to propose, when you want to celebrate a birthday or an anniversary, when you want to mark a special milestone in someone's life, Clark's Jewelry has been providing quality jewelry at a fair price since 1977. Diamonds, gemstones, watches, necklaces, earrings, rings. Their professional staff will take the time and care to help you find the perfect piece of jewelry. Clark's Jewelry, always quality jewelry at a fair price.
This is Caitlin Hedershe, the producer of the NCW Life magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCW Life magazine right here on the NCW Life channel.
It's time to renew your body and mind. It's time for Stressless. Now at Boswell's, save $200 on Stressless seating with a minimum $50 donation to charity, or $400 on Stressless Mayfair, featuring innovative ergonomic comfort systems and multiple sizes for a personalized fit. Don't wait. It's time for Stressless. Proud to be endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. Shop Boswell's, 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. My guest to my immediate left is David Rayfield with Wenatchee Wild. He has a job title that's so long it barely even fits on a business card, so we're not even going to go there. We're here to talk about Wenatchee Wild hockey. Salmon Arm is in town on this Friday the 13th, and it is Teddy Bear Toss Night, one of the traditions that goes all the way back to the very beginning of the Wenatchee Wild. David, it's good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me in. Excited to talk about this night.
I was spitballing on yesterday's show. I don't know who came up with the Teddy Bear Toss. I know it's been going on in the world of hockey for years and years and years. I don't know who did it, but I'm so glad that it was brought here to the Wenatchee Valley because it's a neat thing.
Yeah, that would actually be a great tidbit of information to find that out, but it is a huge hockey tradition if you look through minor league hockey and what some of these hockey arenas are able to do and what we're really able to do here in Wenatchee locally for Operation Santa.
So for the uninitiated, I know what it is. What exactly is the Teddy Bear Toss? What are you expecting tonight from the crowd?
You know, it doesn't need to be a teddy bear.
Right.
It's any stuffed animal. After the Wild score their first goal, our fans just make it rain on the ice. And all those teddy bears we load up into a truck, so we literally have truckfuls of teddy bears. And we donate those to Operation Santa that is here locally, so those go to local children here in Wenatchee and the surrounding valley.
It's a great deal, and it's visually really cool. The players that I've noticed over the years, players from both teams kind of help out to clean up the ice so they can get back to play hockey.
Yes, as much as we all love it, they want to get back to playing,
Yeah.
because someone just scored, the momentum changed, so they all pitch in real quick to help clean up. Our operations staff in the back of house helps clean up, and we get it done fairly quick, but it does take a few minutes out of the game. So.
Yeah. And so from a hockey standpoint, would you rather have it just get it over with right off the top? Again, it's the first Wenatchee Wild goal is when the teddy bears and all the other stuffed animals come onto the ice. Would you prefer, from a hockey standpoint, to have it just over with like in the first 2 minutes of a game? Or what happens if they're deep in the third period and it's a scoreless tie before the goal finally happens?
You're stressing it all night, so you want to score fast and score often, as they say, but that first one's very important to us, and just, get it under our belt, get the trucks loaded, get the teddy bears in bags, and off to their new homes.
So sponsorships of these nights are so important. Who's helping you out tonight from a sponsorship standpoint?
Fred Meyer, year after year, they are stepping up and taking teddy bear toss night. I think they love it, so they're taking the charge on that, and
kudos to Fred Meyer.
Yeah, obviously, great place to go get your teddy bear if you're still looking to get one. And they're also heading up a canned food drive that we're taking part of. So it's a big community-oriented night, as we usually have with Wenatchee Wild.
Yeah.
But, a canned food drive, teddy bear toss night, it's the holidays, season of giving. We're trying to take care of everybody.
And speaking of that, and again, they don't have to do this. Wenatchee Wild doesn't have to do this, but they choose to do it. You guys have been a part of the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. You helped us out a great deal the last couple of weekends with letting us set up shop and disrupt an otherwise normal hockey game by doing the chuck and puck and everything to benefit the Les Schwab.
Yeah, that was real fun to be a part of as well. I know they were able to do the chuck buck and 50-50, so that helped raise funds to, I believe, buy bikes and the other items that aren't donated as much. Mm-hmm. And then I know lots of boxes were filled with toys, so glad we didn't throw those on the ice.
And kudos to Blair and the folks at work, so they were a part of that.
Yeah, they graciously gave up their 50-50 and chuck puck and their sponsorship night and kind of took a back seat to the toy drive. So It's been a month of giving and donating, and our fans always step up. Yeah, it's amazing. Game after game, they're like, what are we donating this time? And they're excited to do it. And it's a sense of community. So it's real cool to see them all coming in with their food bags, their teddy bears. So you'll see people arms loaded with teddy bears.
Yeah. As everybody knows by now, head coach Bliss Littler stepping aside from his coaching duties. He's still the general manager. He's still is taking care of he and his lovely wife are taking care of the business operations on the Wenatchee Wild staff. Bit of a change. Change is okay, but how's the morale in the front office staff? Because you're there every day. This probably was kind of a big surprise for you guys with Bliss stepping down. But is it just moving forward and keep this success going?
Yeah, the train's still rolling. He's still part of it all and still communicating, emailing back and forth. And yeah, it's not missing a beat. We still got, I think, 10 games after this one to play. So yeah.
Good. Well, best of luck and best wishes to Bliss on his new endeavors. So Teddy Bear Toss tonight with Salmon Arm in town. Then what's coming down the hopper through the holiday season for the Wenatchee Wild?
We have 2 really fun games close to Christmas. So if you have family in town looking for something to do, the 20th and 21st we have our games. The 20th we're doing Dash for Cash, brought to you by GISA. We have 5 local schools. We're putting $5,000 at center ice, and they get to pick up as much as they can until it's all gone. So that's a great, easy fundraiser for the PTO, and I expect that to get bigger and bigger each year. Mm-hmm. And the next night, we're just having a Christmas party. Santa will be there. Obviously, Walt, he might be a little festive, and we're going to have Christmas caroling and pictures with Santa Claus and an ugly sweater contest. So that'll be a real fun night. Yeah.
Do the kids get a holiday break and be able to head off to maybe spend some time and sleep in their own bed and see their own family over the holidays?
Yes, I believe they take off after the 21st, so they'll get that week with their family, and then we're back at it the 3rd of January.
Just
so
like
it's
that, yeah.
It's a quick turnaround. I don't think there's going to be too much relaxing.
Holiday shopping, is that time of the year for the Wenatchee Wild hockey fan on your list? Any particular items you recommend?
Yeah,
what's a good deal?
Yeah, we always have our merch, which is great that you can find at our games. But something we're really pushing right now is our holiday 4-packs. We have a Wild Zone 4-pack for $48. That's our group pricing. That's as low as it goes. And with that, though, you get a $10 merch voucher.
Okay.
So I always say keep it for yourself or make the gift a little bit better. And those have been great for holiday parties, white elephants. And If you want a little nicer seat, we have the premium packs for $72, so that's 4 tickets, and you get a $15 voucher. So basically, you get your bowl belt to be loud at the game, or your hand clappers, whatever you need at the merch stand, and have a great night out with the family.
Speaking of that, for those of you who want to, hey, I got a Wenatchee Wild fan, I'm going to do some Christmas shopping. I can't actually make it to a couple of games to actually pick up the Wild jersey or whatever it may be. When can they pop by the Town Toyota Center of the Wild offices and pick up merchandise when the Wild aren't playing?
Yeah, whenever. It's come on in and we'll take you down to our storage closets. We're not in the good old days of having that gigantic room, but that was a lot to staff before, so financial decision. So we'll take you down to the closet and show you what we have.
And have at it. And I know a lot of people who collect Wenatchee Wild jerseys.
Yes,
they have one jersey of every special jersey they've ever done.
Oh yeah, we had a fun night. Wednesday night we did like a little throwback and asked people to wear old ones. Oh, there was ones from 12 years ago. It was interesting to see the design aspects that have changed over the years. But yeah, we just got a shipment of new jerseys in, adult sizes, small to goalie cut. So if people are looking for something like that, it's a great gift.
Of course, I would need a goalie cut.
Yeah, right.
So, and again, it does not have to be a teddy bear. This is the number one. It's called the teddy bear toss, and the vast majority of them are teddy bears, but it could be any stuffed animal. That's the key. As long as it's a stuffed animal.
Oh yeah, there'll be flamingos and horses and pigs flying. So yeah, it's a fun night, and just if you're in the first couple rows, duck.
Yeah, be prepared because they gotta toss them over the glass that surrounds the rink, and it's pretty high up. And quite often than not, the teddy bears kind of work their way down to the front row, and the folks in the front row have to do the yeoman's work of getting them actually onto the ice.
Yeah, you're paying to work that night if you're sitting in the first 3 rows. That's
and of course, if you're in one of the suites or in the loge section, it takes a pretty good arm to clear the glass, and it just isn't going to happen.
No, you just gotta. If you want to be nice, just ask the people in front of you, or just throw it.
Just throw it.
People know what the night is.
Yeah, it will eventually work its way down to the ice. Trust me on that. Anything else in your mind, David? While I have you here.
I think we really covered it all. We're really pushing this Friday night, and excited to pack the arena against Salmon Arm.
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Salmon Arm. Be forewarned. We're gonna kick your butt. There. I still don't know why they're the Silverbacks. I've never even seen a gorilla in British Columbia.
Oh yeah, they're indigenous to that area.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's okay. I forgive you.
So David is entertaining and educational. Wenatchee Wild, Salmon Arm Silverbacks tonight, 7 o'clock, 7:05 is when they drop the puck.
7:05 puck drop. Doors open at 6.
There you go, and bring your stuffed animal and get ready to chuck it on the ice. It's a pretty cool thing. You're watching Wake Up. Thanks for coming by, David. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
There he is. Sure wish he's here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Little 4-point.
It's a nice kokanee.
Solid fish.
Watch the Northwest Outdoorsman with Richie Herod Saturdays and Sundays at 6 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 4:30 p.m. on the NCW Life Channel.
We're here because of the children, because the children need to be protected. Their needs aren't being met.
They didn't ask for any of this stuff. It's not their choices that got them here.
The more adults that a child has that love them, the better off they are.
Children need a whole community to raise them. And if we can do any little thing, it makes a big difference in the child's life.
When you think of Doghouse Motorsports, you might think of motorcycles, but there's a lot more in this house. How about Honda power equipment? From snow blowers to lawnmowers to generators and even water pumps, Honda is the brand that sets the standards. Perhaps you need an ATV or UTV. The Doghouse has the largest selection anywhere. Did we mention watercraft and snowmobiles? And of course, we have motorcycles too. Back it up with terrific customer service and you have Wenatchee's best motorsports store 5 years running. Isn't it time for you to be in the Doghouse?
Are you like many who are lacking in their retirement plan but are skeptical to talk to an advisor? Are you concerned about where you should put your money or who to trust? At Solomon Financial, we are more about the people we serve than policies or products. We are a fee-based fiduciary with the mission of giving you the peace of mind so you can live the retirement of your dreams. If you have any of these questions or concerns, we'd welcome you to come see us.
Come find your holiday gifts at Antique Mall at Cashmere this holiday season. With 15,000 square feet to explore, Antique Mall at Cashmere has something for everyone, from coin enthusiasts to avid collectors. For do-it-yourselfers, this is the place to find your next repurposing project. What a great way to make your holiday gifts for someone special. Using your keen eye to make something old and new again. Discover your next holiday gift in the Antique Mall at Cashmere. Stop on by today.
We're back on this Friday the 13th. Ooh. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. Have a little time. Want to get your weekend started out the right way. So now that it's light out and we can see, which was not the case 55 minutes ago, let's take you around the valley one more time with our Valley View cameras, because now we have a different kind of a view. The sun is up. The sun has been up, as a matter of fact, for about 15 minutes. And according to my sources, it will be up until about 4:10 this afternoon. 8 hours and 30 minutes of daylight. Of course, we got some pretty short days all the way through December 31st. That's the winter solstice, and then the days gradually get longer. You can see we have some cloud cover, a little bit of freezing fog in some locations. We're at 30 degrees. We're going to give you a complete forecast rundown here in just a couple minutes, but that's a view from the top of the Cascadian pointing to the north on downtown Wenatchee on the avenue. Camera number 2. We're going right back out to Arrondo Rock, and a gorgeous view that is of Lake Aniat. Turtle Rock, of course, stands out there, pretty obvious, and this is that one area of course, the Columbia River. It looks more like a lake than a river. You don't really see a lot of flow. Trust me, it flows. And if it wasn't for all the dams, by the way, the Columbia River is one of the fastest flowing rivers in North America. It has a rather dramatic elevation drop from where it begins in Canada to where it ends in the Pacific Ocean. Good morning to our friends in Arrondo as we look south towards the Wenatchee Valley proper. All of these courtesy of Localtel's Sky-Fi high-speed wireless. You know what that means. You don't need to have fiber run to your house to get screaming fast internet. Technology is a beautiful thing. Give Localtel a call. See if you qualify. Camera number 3. Off back to Root Canyon again, and there's the full moon. You can still see it over there to the right-hand side of your screen. The full moon affects some people and some animals. Does not affect me. Didn't even know it was a full moon, even though I did have I had a viewer remind me yesterday it was going to be a full moon today and yesterday. I forgot about it. Of course, you couldn't see it yesterday. Beautiful view from the top of Root Canyon, and they have, of course, as you can see there, snow on the ground. Not so much here in the Wenatchee Valley. It's all but gone now. Camera number 4. Megan says, back to Billy Goat we go. Look at the sunrise coming up above Billy Goat. The Alta Lake Golf Course is down there someplace, the Alta Lake Resort. Alta Lake proper. I wonder who Alta Lake was named after. Probably somebody by the name of Lake. I'm not sure. Can't quite make out Mount Kalispell way off in the distance, but a stunning view from our Billy Goat camera. One of the very highest cameras that we have. So if you live in that area, Pateros, Brewster, and you can walk outside your door and you can look up at the towers at Billy Goat, at the top of Billy Goat Mountain. That means you can get Sky-Fi. It's all line of sight. It's an incredible thing. So again, give Localtel a call. Get fast internet delivered to your house. All right, let's do the forecast real quickly because there's really not a lot to talk about. Patchy fog this morning, then it burns off. We'll have some sunshine for the most part this afternoon. They say 39, 38, 39, right around there for the afternoon high. They kind of undershot that a little bit. They were expecting 36 or 37 yesterday. We only got to 32 on Thursday. But it's also warmer at this time than it was yesterday at this time. It was about 25 on Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. It's 30 degrees outside of our studios. So there you go. It's pretty quiet. Not a lot of precipitation is in the forecast at all until we get to Wednesday night or Thursday, and even that is probably going to be a rain-snow mix. Temperatures slightly above normal. Overnight lows just about where they should be. Passes. Winter storm warning will expire at 10 o'clock this morning. Things have gotten a lot better on the Cascades. They have taken off all the advisories and restrictions on I-90. You're good to go. The roadway is bare and wet. It is no longer snowing. You'll find some slush in places on the roadway, but no advisories, no restrictions. Things are looking good there. Stevens Pass has a traction tower requirement, but the plows are getting ahead of the game now. It's still snowing on Stevens Pass, but the snow should be tapering off about 10 or 11 this morning. The winter storm warning will expire at 10 o'clock in the morning, though the worst of the winter storms have come and gone in the Cascades, but still a traction tower requirement on US 2 Stevens. And finally, US 97 blew it. to 4,102 feet above sea level. There we go. Traction tires are advised. You'll find some snow and slush on the roadway, a couple of patches of ice, but it is not snowing. In fact, they got clear skies up above on Blue Pass. So you're good to go. That's it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.